What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I'm your host, Reckless Rex Ruger. That's the Alexis Arguello puppet. We're back with another banger of an episode. My guest is here, and we are getting down to it ASAP and chopping it up. That's what I love. Diving right in. There he is. What's up, my man?
What's up with you?
I'm happy to have you on here, man. I'm glad we finally got a chance to do this, man. I finally got a chance to run you down, and congrats, man, coming off of a victory, man.
Oh, yeah, really appreciate you, man. I went down there and handled business, man, after a little 2-year layoff.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on, back to work. I can't see you. Where the camera go? Here we go.
I lost your camera, man.
Let me see how I get this back going.
Should be a camera icon maybe down at the bottom of the screen there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, so congratulations, man. But I got to ask you first and foremost, man, and fans or people that have followed your career might want to know, man, what was the reasoning for a 2-year layoff?
I went to school for HVAC. Really was thinking about what I was going to do after boxing. So I was like, let me take a year off, go knock this out, give me something to fall back on. Yeah. And now that's done. I was fiending to get back in the ring. And I'm like, it's time to get to business because I'm 39. You know, I'm a little older fighter, but I'm still getting down. So try to give it one more run, go give me a belt or something, get a good payday.
And what does that feel like, man, like at 39, man? Because you are 8-0, man. So I would imagine that you probably feel like a young 39 because you don't have all that mileage that a lot of boxers.
Exactly. So that's really the advantage. They on paper I'm old, but then when we get to the fight that before him, they're like, oh, he fight like he in his early 20s or a little early 30s or something.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. This guy said he was 39.
Exactly.
What the hell's going on here? And so for people that don't know, how early did you get started in the sport, though? What age did you get a pair of boxing gloves on?
I started early. I want to say about 16, 17, but of course the streets in and out. I was a tournament fighter, so my amateur background was really just Golden Gloves tournaments and stuff like that. So I think I was probably like 10-3 maybe. In and out the gym, really wasn't for sure what I wanted to do. And I know I ended up getting shot. RIP to my stepdad. We end up getting robbed or whatever, and I end up losing him. And after that, I was just like, man, I'm either going to box or I'm going to leave this shit alone. So I really didn't turn pro till I was like 32, 33. And then we just been on this roller coaster since then.
I'm sorry to hear about the unfortunate circumstances, man. That's awful, man. I'm very sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. I know he looking down and he proud, man. So one of his wishes was like, man, you better keep fighting and keep kicking their ass. So here we are.
And so this fight that you just had, how did it come together? And after 2 years of going to school, were you sure you even wanted to come back and fight? Was that always the plan to revisit fighting?
Yeah, my manager, and I have two managers. One of my managers is Kente Davis, and then my other manager is Felipe or whatever. And that's out in Mexico, Tijuana Boxing. And so I told them what the plan was, and they was like, well, all right, we can pause the little deal we got so you can go knock that out. But as soon as it's time to get back busy, I'm going to need you. So once I hit him, I was done with school. We back rocking. So I'm back in the ring November. It might be sooner, but as of right now, we're back in November.
And so being as that you're 39 years old, have you given a lot of thought to how much longer you'd like to be in the sport? Are you looking at a certain amount of fights or a certain age that you'd like to exit by, or are you kind of playing it by ear?
Probably 2 more years.
Okay.
Trying to get to at least 10-0, get to that contender. So one of these guys would take me in on the B side so we can go smoke them. They pay for the record, but not knowing we coming to take that O away.
And what did it feel like? First of all, I imagine you've been staying in shape these couple of years. Were you at all concerned about, wow, I haven't done this in 2 years?
No, I got an alter ego. Once Killzone kicks in, it's time to go. So I'm always training though. Anyways, I'm always in the gym, so where I might not be fighting, but I'm always sparring, and I'll stay sparring the younger guys, helping new guys in, like my guy Chase right here.
Oh, wait a minute now, man. You're messing around with that guy? He looks huge.
That's my dog. He does a street fight thing, so he comes to work with me, and then he does like the backyard stuff, and he kicks ass too. So, we just getting busy, man, and staying active.
Wait a minute. You mean there's guys going out of their way to meet up with him on a street somewhere?
Yeah, he does this in Canton, North Canton. He does his little
gloves.
What is it called?
Real man put
gloves on. So you link up and square up and duke it out and shake it up later.
Like sort of like what Kimbo used to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so you're an Ohio guy, man. I'm curious, aside from your own career, man, another Akron guy, where do you stand on Jake Paul? Do you like what he's doing for boxing?
Yeah, what I tell people all the time, he invested in his career, so that's why he's able to do what he does right now. I mean, they can say what he want, but he
Right.
trains to put the work in, so he's kicking ass. It ain't like he's not fighting and not training. He's really going in there getting work done. So, and he's Ohio, man. Shout out to Jake Paul.
And do you look at him now? A lot of people criticize his resume. He's fighting guys that are retired or too old or not real boxers in people's eyes. Do you look at him now? I know he's living like a fighter, training like a fighter. Do you look at him and say, hey, man, when I look at him, I see a fighter now? Or has he not earned that yet?
No, already he came from, he ain't know how to even throw a punch from the beginning. And now to be able to fight these legends and able to hold it down if they're fixed or not. Nobody told them guys to get in there and sign that contract and get whooped on TV. So
true.
Hey, it is what it is. You gotta get respect when it's due.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, man, if Jake were on the other end of my phone dangling a few million, man, I might drop for him.
Yeah, come on. He offered me the bread too. Come on, let's duke it out. I know I'm not laying down.
And so what did it feel like, man, getting in there, man? Like, for people that don't know, you just fought last weekend, man. First round KO. Obviously you had to be ecstatic with the results.
Yeah, we knew he was going to be a rusher, so it kind of was tailor-made. He was like a pit bull type of style. And I'm kind of like a counter puncher boxer, so I knew he was going to take off. Once I caught him with the jab and I seen the way that he reacted after that, I was like, oh, I just got to relax and chill. He going to run into something. And then he took off, and I was like, oh, I got him. So once I blocked that, I threw a high guard block, and once I seen it, I just shot the jab hook, and he ran right into the fucking shot and passed out. That's why I looked, and I was like, oh, he ran straight into that.
Yeah, I saw it. A thing of beauty, man. A thing of beauty. I mean,
right.
And so what are your, you talked about wanting to get a belt or whatever, but, at your age right now, man, do you have definitive goals? Like, what would you like to accomplish, man? What would be the perfect scenario, man, before you ride off into the sunset?
I want that WBC, IBO, any belt. Just give me a shot so I can show what I can do.
And do you plan
on door to open?
And do you plan on staying, like you fight at super middleweight? Is there any wiggle room? Are you open to fighting at other weight classes?
Yeah, we shooting for 160. This next one, 165. So that's why I'm trying to keep this diet down. So I'm gonna try to drop some more and try to get stronger because I dropped that weight pretty fast. So trying to just get strong and being comfortable, but definitely trying to drop down.
And did you notice, because it had been 2 years, you step into the ring. How did you feel physically?
The butterflies.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, it's back to it. But once I get in that ring, it's on. I'm not here to play.
And what would you like your activity rate to be? Like, how active would you like to be the rest of this year? How many more fights are you looking at wanting to get in?
If I can get a fight in every month, I could. But you know how the business game is. So whenever they throw an offer, I'm jumping straight on it. I know if they call me to fight next week, we going.
And did you grow? I know you said you got into the sport and turned pro kind of late in life, but did you grow up watching a lot of boxing?
Yeah, that's all I did. My family is fighters, so once I got introduced to the boxing game, I never left the gym. I kind of feel like it saved me because once I seen how it was to discipline the family fight, I just never left the gym. My days was after school, I'm at the gym, or the weekend I'm training, or that's what I'm doing every day.
And who were you looking at on TV? Like, were there guys that you were looking up to or wanted to emulate? Like, when we're kids, we kind of look at those people that we had those sports heroes.
I was a Floyd guy, James Toney, Gerald McCullen, a lot of old guys, Mike McCullen, a couple of the old. I kind of like the old school boxing, like the James Toney type of style, because he was so relaxed in there, and he never was tripping. He never showed that he was afraid or anything. Just his style was so that I adapted to that a lot.
Oh, no, you won't get that out of James. I've had James on the podcast a couple times, man. Even though James has L's on his record, you still can't convince James that anybody's beating him. No.
Feel me? No, you can't.
No. Even if you bring up people that he's lost to, man, there was a mistake. That's not true.
Right.
That's not.
James is one of my top guys.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Now, so with a record of 8-0 and 4 knockouts, so half of your fights have ended in knockouts. For people that don't know your style, how would you describe it? Obviously you're not a knockout artist. You're not knocking everybody out. Would you say you're more of a technical boxer?
Yeah, we're trying to set the shots up. I kind of used to rush my shots, so I went to California to train. Shout out to my brother Troy King. He's one of my head trainers. He trains out there in California. He's 8-0 with 7 knockouts. So I stayed with him for about a year, and he kind of got me to relax in there and learn how to set the shots up. You know, I had the amateur style. You know, it's punch, punch. You trying to score points. So I was real aggressive the first couple rounds. He was like, "Me, you got to learn how to slow down and set it up because you're going to be fighting more rounds." And I kind of took a 6-rounder early to see how it felt. So I was like, learning how to establish the jab and setting the shots up instead of just throwing everything out the sink in the first round.
Now, I know you guys don't get paid for overtime. You obviously hear that term a lot. You're happy to get a first-round knockout. But after 2 years out of the ring, were you kind of in some way wishing you could have got more rounds in?
Yeah, because my manager here, he was like, "Man, at least wanted you to get some rounds." And that's what I said, too. I was like, "Damn, it's over with that fast." I'm like, "Shit, it's been 2 years. I at least wanted to get out." My plan was to get him out in the third round. I was like, "All right, I'm going to toy around when he fuck with him, and then I'm going to get him out."
Yeah.
He ended up running into that shot. He ain't get his ass back up.
And I'm sure, obviously, being a fighter, you're obviously a fan of the sport, too. Who are some guys doing it right now that you enjoy watching?
Crawford.
Yeah.
Man, it's just so many right now. I wish they would freaking fight. That's the only thing. Nobody want to fight each other. There's money, money, money. I mean, just get it together.
Well, it looks like we are going to see Crawford finally, try to step away from your own career for a minute. We are going to see Crawford and Canelo in September. How do you see that fight shaking out?
I'm going both ways because I'm a Canelo fan too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if watching Crawford fight that 54 taking them punches, I just don't want him to take them same shots from Canelo because Canelo likes to sit down and plant. But if Crawford can just box 12 rounds and use his feet and try not to back up as much, I want to give it to Crawford, but we get see it. It's 50-50 with me. I really can't pick a side right now.
So if you were a betting man and had to lay the money down today, you'd be torn.
Yeah, I'll be torn between two. I don't know because it's going both ways because it can go either way.
Are there any fights right now that you feel like, obviously guys are always beefing, they're on social media. Are there any fights that you're excited about that might happen or a fight that you'd be looking forward to see happen?
I need the Tank and Roach rematch immediately. I need Tank to redeem himself. I'm a big Tank fan, so.
Okay, so like when you say you need Tank to redeem himself, are you saying that you feel like he lost that first fight?
No, I feel like it was a draw for sure. I wouldn't say he lost. That's the first time we see somebody not scared of Tank. Like I tell people, that fight, Roach knows Tank. They've been fighting each other since they was kids. So that's why he's not scared. They was arguing in the crowd because they've been doing this since the amateur days. This is all they new to the world. Like, this is why they, on paper, that was a good fight because he know exactly what Tank was going to do. So I feel like he was under the pressure of that too because a lot of people didn't know, like, oh, this motherfucker know everything I got. So he needs to go back to the drawing board, get with Calvin, lock in, and go get the whooping like he did back in the day.
Now, what do you think about, like, obviously Turki Al-Sheikh has now become a big player in the boxing world. He's given us the great fights. He's getting guys paid. But where do you stand as a fighter yourself on his opinion of these Tom and Jerry fights, or him wanting guys to be more, have more slugfest and not use the ring and as he puts, be running around? I mean, for him to step in like that and try to dictate how guys are going to fight, as a fighter, does that rub you the wrong way?
Yeah, because you can't go in there. If I can beat this guy without taking no punches, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting there to get paid and get home to my family.
Yeah, it seems a little bit. Yeah, it seems a little bit like I don't know. I've asked other fighters that have come on here, man. It just seems like one of those things. Like, probably a guy has developed his style and has honed it and has probably been doing it that way for a long time. I mean, for them just to all of a sudden everybody's just going to become brawlers now. I mean,
yeah, for the money, everybody wants the big payday, so they're like, fuck it, to take a chance to take the payday, but be smart about it too.
Yeah, and so that's probably a good career move, right? Obviously, get on a Turki Al-Sheikh card.
Yeah, let me get over there and clear that super middleweight division out.
And so I'm glad you brought up the super middleweight division. Obviously, the big fish there is obviously Canelo, who we just talked about, man. Is that the dream fight at super middleweight?
Yeah, I wanted the Mexican monster too. I feel like the boxing style I got, I could give him some problems with that aggression. But definitely Canelo. Canelo's in and whooped everybody, so he only got a couple more years. They don't tell how long this Canelo throne is going to be going on.
So do you think we ever probably see Benavidez, the Mexican monster, and Canelo? That seems like a fight boxing fans have wanted for a long time.
Hopefully we can get it next. I don't know. Probably not, because we should have been got that fight already. Davis fight. Yeah, I think Davis going to move up, though, because I think he's outgrowing that super middleweight division. But him, too, he's going to have to tighten up, too, with that heavier weight class, the punch that he takes on that brawling, will have to tighten up.
And now, where do you see yourself? Like, obviously you went back to school. Obviously you've got something to fall back on, man. But, after you actually hang up the gloves and you're done competing in the ring, do you feel like you'll keep a foot in boxing on some level? Are you interested in coaching or training or doing anything?
I want to open up a gym and pass it down. It's going to be hard to just walk away and just not do nothing. So I'm always going to be in the gym.
I would imagine it would be. Yeah, I would imagine it would be. And so the fight you just had, how did that come about after 2 years? I'm sure people would love to know after a 2-year layoff. How does the phone ring? How does all this happen?
Tijuana is my second home. I had built a great relationship with them. They treat me like family when I come out there. So, and they follow my page. As soon as they seen I was graduating, they were like, "Oh, let's get back to work."
Wow.
I got a big fan base out there, so it's kind of mind blowing that I can go out there and I'm signing autographs and they know who I am, and this is a whole nother country. And I've been all over. I was in camp with Jaime Munguia for about a month or two. One of his teammates was at one of my fights and seen me, and I was at work. And my manager called me like, "Hey, man, I got Jaime Munguia's and them team on the phone." And I didn't even know who the guy was at first. And I was like, "Man, who?" And he's like, "Man, they want you to fly out tomorrow to camp. I need you to make a decision by the end of the day." And I'm like, "I got to work and all this stuff." So I'll call my brother. I'm like, "Hey, man, this Jaime Munguia guy is calling me. He wants me to come to camp." And he's like, "Bro, do you know who that is?"
Yeah.
"I need you to pack your bags and get on the plane in the morning." The next morning I was out. I was in Mexico City training in the mountains for about a month.
Big opportunity. Yeah, big opportunity. And so how do you balance that? Because you do have a career, you do have a job. Is that a tough balancing act, man? Like to be ready at the drop of a hat in case someone calls with an opportunity?
Yeah, because I got to stay training. I got to work. I work night shift, so sometimes I get off work and go train, and I wake up in the morning and train. That's what I was doing for this last fight. Training at work, in between, shadow boxing at work. Just always staying active because you never know when they're going to call. You're either going to take the fight or you're not.
So is that kind of nerve-wracking, like when you're not a full-time boxer and can't devote your whole life to it, man? Does that make you nervous when you're going into the fights? Because some guys are just like living their lives as boxers and they don't got to worry about it.
Sometimes as getting further in my career, I know that I'm going to have to pick up on the training because, the fights is going to get tougher, more training, and eventually 12-round fights. So most definitely.
Was there anything in you that was like telling you like, okay, man, the phone rings for this fight, but I'm 39 years old, man. Was there any hesitation?
No, I just maybe I still got that fire. Most people don't have the fire in them, so I just feel like I still got the fire in me.
Yeah. And so before I let you out of here, man, do you have a date for your next fight?
No, I just know November or October, so whenever they call. So we in the mix right now trying to figure out. I'm trying to get down to the 60, 65, but as soon as they call, I'll have a date and I'll be posting, letting you guys know when the next scrap is.
Okay, so you'd like to be down officially at middleweight then?
Yes, most definitely take that middleweight class.
Middleweight
or superweight, anyone.
And so, like, once you get to that weight, is that where you plan on campaigning for a while?
Yeah. The next couple is more opponents. The 68, so it's only so many people in that weight class, and drop it down and get more opponents, more opportunities.
And why do you feel like 160 is a good home for you? Because usually as guys get older in their career, the last thing they want to do is cut more weight.
Being more comfortable, able to flow better. I feel like that 68 is kind of a big weight class for me. I'll be more strong at that 160, that middleweight.
Yeah. Listen, brother, man, I'm glad. I know we talked back and forth a lot, man. I'm glad
we kept missing each other. I'm like, man, I got to get him his interviews today. He keeps I got to knock this out.
I'm glad, man. And I'm actually glad, man, because I had a guy scheduled for an interview, like right now, and then you wanted to do 3:30, and that's when he wanted to move his too. So I appreciate you moving your schedule around, man, and finding a few minutes and making the time, man. Really, man, it means a lot. I appreciate it, man. And for sure, keep in touch, man. Next time something's popping, man, let me know. We'll jump on here, man, and we'll do it again, man.
Most definitely, man. Talk to you soon, man.
All right. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. And congratulations again, man.
Yes, sir. Kills on in the building.
All right. Later, my friend. And there he goes, folks. Lamont Quarterman, fresh, and I mean fresh off of a first-round KO, man. After a 2-year layoff, man. Just dusted off the old boxing gloves, showed up in Mexico, man. Boom. Turn a guy's lights out. Split town. That's the way to do it, folks, right there, man. That'll give you a successful boxing career. Fuck all that dilly-dallying around, folks. Let's get down to business. Let's get them in here, and let's get them out of here. Hey, congrats, man. And a young 39 years old, man. I like that, man. Chalk another one up. Me being 52 years old warms my heart. Love to see guys, man, still with full of that piss and vinegar, man, ready to throw down. 39 years old, but a young 39. 8-0, 4 knockouts is where he stands right now. You heard him. He's going to keep grinding. He's going to try to get down to 160. We're going to be seeing a lot more. Time to pick up the pace. And we're going to be seeing Lamont Quarterman in action quite a bit more from the sound of it. So super excited, man. And extremely happy for him that after a 2-year layoff, he's able to come in and record a first round, an impressive first round KO. So kudos to him. And glad I finally got a chance to run him down, because people don't always see the behind the scenes stuff of how a podcast works. But usually in my text message list and my Facebook Messenger list, I have talk about cluttered. It is literally me cultivating these interviews, going back and forth. Conversations could be ongoing, days, weeks, months, sometimes. Getting schedules to line up, being able to make it work for everybody. And it wasn't like it was weeks and months with me and Lamont here, but we had gone back and forth, missed each other a couple times. He was gonna reach out to me when he was actually down there, and it was fight week. Lots going on, and I completely understand that. But he's got to stay locked in, got to stay focused. But yeah, we had missed each other a couple times, and I'm finally glad we got a chance to lock one in and get one done. So I really appreciate him. He was actually scheduled for a different time. At the time of this recording, it is Sunday, July 27th at 2:25 Eastern time right now. So literally he was scheduled for 3:30 p.m., but I had to move some stuff around. He was kind enough to just say, yeah, fuck it, I'll jump on right now. So I always appreciate not only my guests, but when my guests are super flexible and make it so easy to work with them and get shit done. So big shout out to Lamont Quarterman. And before I let you guys out of here, as I said, it is July 27th. Last night, and the night before, actually. So July 25th was Friday night. I want to give a big shout out to two friends of the show and two of Off the Couch Boxing's favorite guests who both had successful nights. Watched them both on DAZN on Friday night. Shout out to my man, Andy Dominguez. Very excited for him. His victory over Byron Rojas. He finally captured himself a belt. Super excited for him. One of the great young up-and-coming rising stars in the sport. So shout out to Andy Dominguez. I'm extremely happy for him. Absolutely great that he got the victory. And I actually want to get the details right here. So yes, he won the WBC USA Silver Light Flyweight title that night. I had that down here. I wanted to make sure I got that right. So congrats to my guy, Andy Dominguez. And that same night, again, congratulations to my guy, Elijah the Wolf Pierce, who was also successful that night. Really showed out in his fight. Starched the hell out of his opponent. Man, that dude might still be sleeping. So that was his debut at featherweight for the WBO International Featherweight title. So Elijah Pierce walks away with that belt. So I am happy for both of those gentlemen. And of course, last night, that was July 25th. Last night, July 26th, I want to give a big shout out to the GWOAT. She did her thing again against Lonnie Daniels, retains all the plethora of belts that she has in the women's heavyweight division. Looked impressive, dominated. It went the distance, but I mean, it was pretty much a shutout, a masterclass by the GWOAT, Clarissa Shields. Big ups to her. Congratulations. And last night on ESPN, last but not least, I got to give a shout out to one of my favorite guests, guest number 200. Means a lot to me. Another fellow New Yorker, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington, did his thing last night. A masterclass. Again, man, his opponent was playing checkers. Shoo Shoo was playing chess. And he looked absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to him. And he, as a matter of fact, won the... Let me get it right here now. What did Shoo win last night? Shoo Shoo won, I believe, the WBC interim featherweight title. But big things are coming for Shushu, man. Now we're going to start grabbing up them world titles. Rafael Espinoza was in the crowd last night. Shushu pointed him out and called him out by name. Now this is, I think, where Shushu really kicks the career into high gear and really starts going after real, legitimate straps, going for them world titles, and it is long overdue, man. Shushu is coming, folks, and I couldn't be happier. Not only an amazing fighter, a rising star in this sport that we love, but an incredible young man who is battled back from a lot of adversity in his personal life and just continues to be an amazing ambassador for the sport of boxing, an incredible young man. Very proud to know him, very proud to have had him on this podcast, and we'll continue to have him on this podcast. He knows he always has a platform here. All those gentlemen that I just named have been extremely good to the Off the Couch Boxing podcast. They are multiple-time guests. They're always welcome on here, and I'm always going to be keeping an eye on their respective careers and tapped into what they're doing. So, again, big congratulations to Andy Dominguez, Elijah the Wolf Pierce, and Bruce Shushu Carrington, and, of course, the GWOAT Clarissa Shields, and everybody else who won, too. Xander Zayas looked amazing. He won last night. Emiliano Vargas, shout out to him, who really looked amazing. He kicked off the ESPN card last night. And congrats to the Vargas family. Fernando Sr. has himself a hell of a family of fighters right there, man. Amato, Fernando Jr., Emiliano. So shout out to them. It was another great weekend of boxing. I'm super excited, man, for the sport, man. It really seems to be in a good place right now. Turkey is putting on great fights for us. We've gotten rid of pay-per-view fees, so that's big news. So it's onward and upward for the sport of boxing. And, of course, before I leave, let me also, again, say congratulations to my guy, my guest today, Lamont Quarterman. Appreciate him coming on here, man. Hope you guys dug the conversation, albeit a quick, short one, man. But, hey, Lamont's got work to do. The man's a working man. He's on his way to work, kind enough to carve out a few minutes for us. I appreciate it, man. So, again, make sure to stay tapped into Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook at Off the Couch Boxing and Pod Scum. 2 podcasts sharing the same Facebook. You'll get all your news on new episodes, when they're dropping, who will be on them, and any other big pertinent fight news. If it's popping off in the fight game, your boy Reckless Rexx has got you covered. It'll be on there, and you will be informed. And, of course, if you're here right now, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to smash that notification bell to stay tapped in. You know what we do here. Y'all know how we get down. The most amazing and real boxing conversations anywhere on planet Earth. Legends, luminaries, world champions, and fighters on the come up, coming here to chop it up with your boy, Reckless Rexx. That's why we are the undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcast. Go check the stats. Go look at the playlist. Like I always say, there's literally something for everybody. Sink your teeth into the podcast. Be a champion. Yes, you can be a champion. I'm going to tell you how right now. Yes, we are the undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcast, but we're allowing you to come along for the ride. You can be a champ too while you're home watching on your device. And the recipe is very simple. All you got to do is continue to stay tapped in to Off the Couch Boxing and continue to roll with the champs. Peace.